And I'm saying that I can be the best homemaker and wife that I can be when I know that I'm acting and doing the things that I'm meant to be doing. And I know what I'm meant to be doing.
You can be the best mom and wife as long as you're making TikToks all day?
It's not about making TikToks all day. It's doing what I'm meant to do. It manifests through that.
We'll let this come in, then you'll go then.
Female physician whose husband stays at home. The common complaint heard in the doctor's lounge is very frequently about her lazy husband. Men have accepted our plight of being successful/ambitious. Women cannot say the same today.
Oh.
That sounds like a whack marriage.
Thank you, Cam. Appreciate it. You had something. Go ahead.
Yeah. So here's something, or like a fear that I have, like kind of, you like brought it to mind, is that as a woman, if you give up all of these things that could potentially keep her financially stable, lots of friends, things like that, and if you have a man that you give those things up with, and there's no guarantee that that man is going to stay, because the second that that man leaves you, you lose everything, right? If his friends are your friends because he doesn't, whatever, he's not okay with you hanging out with your friends, then you lose your friends, you lose like financial stability, you lose everything if that man leaves you. So it's like we risk everything.
That's what the purpose of marriage is.
Yeah,
though.
can I
jump in?
I gotta clean this. This shit's bugging me.
Yeah,
I
think
you can jump. Yeah, there's a lot to say about that.
Marriage. So
It's just been bugging me.
Do you actually have OCD?
A little bit.
yeah, but so marriage is actually what that security is for, right? When you get married and you get a prenup and stuff like that, you're protecting yourself from that financial burden of, you know, if he does end up divorcing you, you get half of what he earns, and, you know, you have something to start yourself off with. But I think, like, it's a false dichotomy nowadays to say that you can have a full career and a family at the same time, because, you know, who's going to be raising your children? Like, either way, you would have to put that into a third
that would
party.
Have to be made.
Yeah, that would be the sacrifice. The children would feel that sacrifice. They're not going to have their parent, and yeah, I kind of forgot the rest of my thought.
Here we'll come back to this conversation. I need to get a couple chats. By the way, guys, some of these have totally fell off, so I'm not going to be able to trigger them. I have them. It won't pop up. I can still see them and read them, but it's not able to be triggered. So I'm going to just try to get through these chats.
After this, I definitely want to get back to her question because it's important.
Yeah. Do you want to actually
do it before the chat?
Yeah, let's do it before the chat.
To her point, like, I mean, that's you know, you're raising good questions, and to her point, that is the purpose of marriage. The purpose of marriage.
Modest Hikima donated 101 Respect for women has nothing to do with your job, income, etc. Hi, ready. Welcome to kindergarten, where we listen with our ears and think with our brains before we vomit up nonsensical BS. Are you on the top 10 chart? RN? Don't care then. Someday? Too late.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do for the TTSs. I'm going to just pause. I know in the description it says instant. I'm not going to boost it. I'm going to pause it for 30 minutes. And then what I'll do is all the ones that come through, I'll trigger them all at the same time. So sorry it's not going to be instant, guys, but it's just been too disruptive. Go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, that's, as I was saying, that is the purpose of marriage. You know, like if you're marrying somebody, and if you take it seriously, most people don't take it seriously nowadays. Like as a Christian, I take it extremely seriously. The woman that I marry, like, that's it. We're together for life. And I'm making a promise to her. I'm taking care of you for life. Like, that's my job. I'm not leaving you hanging, you know? A lot of people don't take that promise seriously, for one. And because a lot of people don't take that promise seriously, that's why divorce laws exist, right? So, like, as a guy, for example, if hypothetically I married a woman and then cheated on her, she would have every right to divorce me and take half of everything I have. And that's why those divorce laws exist, and alimony and all that kind of stuff. Like, the purpose of it is to protect women. Like, if you're a woman and you find a guy who's traditional and he's like, hey, I want to make you a stay-at-home mom, give up your career, we're going to have kids together. If you spend 10 or 15 years not working on your career and then he just drops you, like, you're screwed financially, you know? And that's why divorce laws exist, to protect women. Unfortunately, because of feminism and all sorts of other stuff, it's now to the point where men can get screwed for no reason with divorce. But, like, that's the purpose of marriage. Like, if you're making an agreement with the guy, hey, I'm going to give up my finances and all this stuff, like, it's a promise of protection. You know?
I think my problem is trust too. Like, you know, like that part. And also, you're dating somebody for a long period of time before you get married. So what about that dating period, I guess?